Etiquette. Drinks. The most common etiquette for drinks is this. You, as the hostess, offer a drink to your guest. If accepted, you hand her the drink, and if available, a napkin. Next, you take a drink and napkin for yourself, whether you want one or not. Why? Because it would be rude for the host to watch her guest drink her drink alone. In fact, the guest probably would not drink very much if she were drinking alone. If the guest declines a drink, but the host is completely parched, can she grab a drink? Nope, no way. She will have to remain parched. So, with this in mind, you should always accept the offer because the sorority member is being gracious and you want to be also gracious by accepting. You don't have to pound the drink down. You can take your time to drink or not drink at all. But what if you spill your drink? It's inevitable that every day someone will spill a drink, and the sorority members plan for this. They know from years of experience that when hundreds of women parade through their home in 1 or 2 days' time, there is bound to be a boo-boo. It's called the law of averages. If you spill your drink, you'll probably instantly react by trying to clean it up with your napkin. The sorority woman will most likely say, "Oh, don't worry about it." And she really means it. If anything, you can turn this into a bonding moment and joke about your clumsiness. What are some fun responses? How embarrassing. I hope no one will turn this into a TikTok. My cover's blown. Now you know I'm not perfect. What are the chances of that? It's the 5th event in a row I've spilled my drink. Just kidding. There are starving children out there and I'm wasting my beverage. So much for my inner philanthropist. Bathroom visits. Please avoid visiting the bathroom in the sorority houses and during their events. This may also mean you have to drink only polite amounts of drinks you're offered. If you need to go, your hostess will be happy to direct you to a powder room and she will stand outside until you come out because that's courteous. But keep in mind, you're taking valuable minutes away from important conversations you need to have with the sorority members. In some sororities, a bathroom visit may be misconstrued by sorority members as disinterest in the sorority. If you think it might help, advise the sorority woman that you're so sorry and you'll be as quick as possible because you want to spend more time making a good impression. Avoid rudeness. What's that, you say? You are indeed trying to escape having to speak with the women in that sorority? Be prepared to sit through an event at a sorority that is not your first choice. Be prepared to sit through an event at a sorority that is in fact your last choice. This is your opportunity to exercise your skills in tact, diplomacy, and courtesy. Even if you absolutely do not want to be a member of this sorority, don't be a jerk to those women who are being nothing but gracious and kind to you. You may be speaking unknowingly to the very best friend of influential women in one of your favorite chapters. What happens when the word of your snotty behavior gets around? Beyond that, let's fast forward to your second week of classes when, surprise, you're placed in a class team or a lab with that woman to whom you were so rude. If you had projected a recruitment attitude of, "I'm only blessing you with my presence so I can get into a sorority with better people than you," you're making enemies. When you read that sentence, you're probably thinking, "Wow, that is so rude. Yet so many women do it. It's amazing." Please don't be one of these women. The sorority network is not that big. It is extremely likely that the woman or women you met at that last choice sorority will not forget you, your deplorable behavior, and worse, which chapter you join. Once you're part of your new sorority, you will care about your sorority's reputation. You will also be expected to be on your best behavior when dealing with others in your campus community. And you better bet that includes women in other sororities. Nerves. We shouldn't skip the idea of nerves and how they affect your conversation. Generally, when people are nervous, they tend to either talk excessively, as in chatter without inhaling, or not talk at all. Both are terrible mistakes during recruitment. If you feel the need to do either of these two things, lean back an inch or two, take an enormous breath, inconspicuously of course. When you're ready, re-enter the conversation by leading with an easy question for you that requires more than just a yes or no answer. Tell me about your major. What do you enjoy about your classes? Are you involved in the club for that group? Even if you don't care about her response, you can have a chance to listen while gathering your thoughts. You can also politely change the subject. It's as simple as this. "If you don't mind, may I change the subject?" Truly, you can get away with saying almost anything if done politely. If you don't believe me, watch Gwyneth Paltrow's character in the movie Emma. Just be sure you never change the subject to, "Let me tell you more about myself." Now, having read this chapter, you have a good idea of what not to say, how to repair a conversation mistake, and how to help someone else fix a conversation mistake. Do you remember our friends Julie and Maggie? Go back and listen to their story. Then, for practice, write down your ideas of what should not have been said, followed by a solution. With that, you are now prepared for a variety of odd, awkward, or difficult situations. You are more prepared for sorority recruitment than 95% of your peers.